Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Speak Like a Leader. Today, I want to talk about an issue that many of my clients are facing when speaking in public, whether this is in an important company presentation, whether this is in a business meeting, or even in the interview process. Now, I know that many of you prepare scripts before you're facing these situations. So if you have a presentation the next week, you will probably write down a few things about it, structure your thoughts, and also some of you may even try to memorize it. However, by doing this, you're creating a very unnatural kind of speech. What I usually suggest is, yes, write down your thoughts, structure them in a nice way, but don't try to memorize everything. Try to memorize some key phrases, some key expressions, which will get you moving and also impress your audience. Start by writing down some thoughts, then structure them. Make sure that each idea has the beginning, a middle, and an end. Use nice words and expressions, but don't make them too advanced. You want to impress the audience with one word or expression here or there, but not constantly an extremely advanced language, because it might give a sense that this is a bit unnatural. And the best way to check this is with a native speaker. So if you don't have a native speaker in your close environment, you can always book online a 1-hour session to go through your presentation and to make sure that everything sounds professional and to the point. When the moment comes for you to present your ideas, either in a major corporate presentation or in a business meeting or in an interview session, make sure that you're ready. You have to have prepared everything, practiced everything ahead of time. And there are 3 key elements that I want you to pay attention to when you're presenting your ideas. Number 1, filler words. Words like, like, try to avoid those. Also, your enunciation. What's enunciation? It's the way that we voice our words. Try to open your mouth to express everything you want to suggest in a clear and concise manner. And number 3, be careful of your pauses. But I guess all this is easier said than done. And the way that you can bring all these things together is by actively practicing your speech, either with a teacher or in front of a mirror or just recording yourself. When the time comes and you start using filler words, like, the little sounds that you make when you're thinking about what you're going to say next, the best idea there is to pause. If you listen to very impressive speakers, politicians who have really worked on their public speaking skills, you will realize that not only do they speak slowly, so they're not rushing into the conversation. Speaking quickly doesn't necessarily mean that you sound more professional. They move slowly from one idea to another, and they're not afraid of pausing. The best places to pause is either when you're moving from one idea to the next, or when you're making an important point and you need to give your audience some time to digest the information. Or you can even play around with your pauses to give yourself some time to think about the next idea. But enunciation is also very, very important. I do see many of my clients go through a presentation, go through a script without clearly enunciating the words. And it's such a shame to have an amazing presentation, to know what you're talking about, and to have your audience not understand it. Practice opening your mouth widely when you're trying to voice each and every word in your presentation. Now, in the exercise part, it might sound a little bit unnatural, but when the time comes, you will be sure that everybody is very clearly understanding all your points and ideas. There's also the option to take some phonetic lessons if you're interested in taking this a step further. In a phonetic class, the teacher will help you enunciate, voice the words clearly, and also improve your pronunciation. So make sure to introduce these new elements in your future speeches. Whether these are formal or informal conversations, it's the perfect place to practice avoiding filler words, to practice your pauses, to practice your pronunciation. By doing it over and over again, by being aware of when you're using filler words and when you should be pausing, you are going to turn your speeches, your presentations into professional, profound presentations of your ideas. If you feel you do need some extra help in these elements, somebody to practice the ideas with you, somebody to even listen to your presentation and make sure that you're transitioning nicely from one slide to another, make sure that the context of your presentation is clear and structured, feel free to schedule a lesson so we can practice it together. Thank you for listening and see you in our next video.